guys, oh my god, we are able to get the car out. It's plus 9 degrees right now, so of course we're gonna get the car out. I just freshly rebuilt it basically, so I really don't know how it's going to run, but the weather's so nice. It's January and it's plus 9. The road is, I mean, it's dirty with garbage and blah blah blah, but it's clean, it's clear, it's not icy, it's not wet, so I had to come out. If you watch my Slick 2.0 video, I'll put it in the description, you'll see that this car was fully rebuilt. So I'm just going to be testing, but every bearing was touched, the suspension was drained, everything. I moved the battery up, the receiver and the servo I moved up just to get that weight forward. Like I said, every bearing has been touched. I deleted some of this rear because I don't use a wheelie bar on this car. I find that it really teaches me a lot with the tires. We're running 3469 with a locked differential. I feel like the locked diff is going to really hinder today, but we're going to try and figure it out. I'm kind of running on time here. I got 2 hours before the sun sets, so I'm just going to get it out, see what it'll do, and just see what'll happen with the car today. But I am so excited just to get it out, and let's find out what it does. So stick around. Hopefully we can hit some decent passes. So before I do anything, I completely forget what I was running. So it looks like it's pretty low actually. The low is sitting at 20. I believe I pushed that up to like 80 last time. Throttle curve, we are on a curve, but I'm gonna bump that way down, and we'll start at like 20% launch and just move our way up from there. Probably like 10% increments, see what that does. I just want it to hit, but I really don't know what this lock diff is going to do, so we're kind of learning for the Outlaw car. The Outlaw car will not have a lock diff, but I wanted to see what the VXL, so I'm going to set this up, do a burnout, and see what this first hit will do. I really just want to get these tires nice and hot. I don't know if it's going to do anything, but let's drag. Oh, I haven't done this in a while. 132 feet. And let's see. All right, so down track, obviously, it kicked in way too hard, started way too soft, so we're gonna bump a lot of this up. So really, I'm gonna turn off my throttle curve, and then I'm just gonna bump the TGP up. What the TGP does is kind of like that first initial hit. So now it's at 23. So we're starting on 23% of 100 off that first hit because it just went too slow. And then that throttle curve came in, bumped it up to like 70% right away. And that's why it got loose. Now, keep in mind, our rear suspension is also unset. So if it goes left, I have to add left weight. If it goes right, I have to add right weight. So it went left that first time. If it goes left again, I have to add weight to the left shock. So let's get this burnout. Woo! Chill car. I'm not even gonna run the GPS on this. I just want to see what it'll do. Woo! Man, we got a lot of tuning with this. I'm just trying to get it down track right now. There's no real method to this. I also think the ESC is dying because it just wants to go whenever. But let's see what a little bit higher TGP will do. Yeah, so what's happening, it's not going off the line very hard, and then once it gets going, then it's coming in way too hard. So I gotta remember how to do all the remote and try and get that back out of it. All right, so here is the setup change that we're doing. I added some front collars to it just to make sure. I think it's coming unloaded too fast off the front, which is a theory I've been thinking of for probably a couple months now. But I think the front is moving way too fast and it's coming unloaded. I'm also switching out to my Dragworks yellows. A lot stickier tire. We're not running any prep, but I think it'll do me good. And then if we have to, I'll also I'll stick some shims in the rear, but that's based off of your left and right. I'm just kind of trying to keep that front end just down, keep those springs down. So I added spacers to hopefully obviously keep them down. And then we're messing with the tune. I'm just trying to relearn it, really. So we should be launching harder now, and it should be slower throughout the range. So I don't know, we'll see. Like I said, it's a testing day, and just trying to figure it out again, because it's been quite a while. Let's see what it'll do now. All right, like I said, I'm not going to run the GPS on this. I just want to see. That is a problem. The ESC is doing its own thing. Let's see what it'll do, though. Oh my God, the car. Car, stop. God. See, it does its own thing. Stop. Stop! Fucking car, what the hell? And I broke a damn body mount. Oh, it's not going good. Oh. Okay, so what I think is happening is it's just coming unloaded off of these fronts. I mean, the front is only 20 weight. So I added another ring. It's basically sitting like a monster truck now, which sucks. I think the ESC is also kicking out, because if it moves at all, it wants to go in that direction. It just puts throttle to whatever stupid direction it's going. So that's a problem. And then I added rear collars as well, just to try and stop it from unloading. If there's more pressure on it, I don't have any other springs. If there's more pressure on it, I feel like it'll do something. And as well, we have to add more launch. So I'm going to bump it up to 50, and then I'm going to up the TGP. I'm basically just guessing right now. So we'll try it again, see what happens. I don't know. I also broke one of these things, but it's a royal pain to try and get a new one on. So I'm just going to run it as it is and try and make something. I feel like actually more than anything, the ESC is more the problem. Obviously, I knew about the suspension tuning that had to happen, but the ESC doing weird stuff all the time is not helping at all. So we're going to try it with the suspension, and also with a harder launch. Hopefully a harder launch. Yeah, so it turns out we need that body. We need that body to be down. I might just tape it. Okay, I obviously need to come up with a better solution to mount these. These are too fragile. So what we're gonna do for today is electrical tape. See, it's doing it again. What is it doing? It's gotta be the ESC doing it. We're just gonna electrical tape it right on to the chassis, because I just don't have the stuff to fix it at the moment. Just loves to keep doing it. Just loves to keep doing it. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully I can make something work, because this is a pain in the ass. Okay, thank goodness I had my old mounting. It just mounts off of the hub. That limits greatly. So it's a floating body now in the front, but that limits greatly what the suspension can do. It's almost basically firm. So actually that might work in our favor right now, just because it locks it out. So I might have to take those collars that I put in out, but it's kind of limiting what that front suspension travel is doing now. So ideally it'll help us. If not, I'm gonna have to switch to some different weight, but we'll get this thing on, get it going on a burnout, and try and see what it'll do now. Yeah, so it feels good right now, but let's see. Again, no GPS, just want to get it down. No. Okay, so man, it's tricky today. I haven't done this in a while, so it's pretty tricky to get it just going. What's happening though is it's getting to halfway and then it's just losing it. So I don't know. I feel like the diff, the ESC, the suspension, it's all really hard right now. I have an idea. I'm gonna turn off my my throttle speed, so all of those previous settings stop moving. Broke my body right. Stop going. Stop. ESC. Stop freaking out. We're on a throttle exponential now only. We'll see if that does anything. I don't think it will. That was pretty aggressive. We'll just see what it does. Oh man, this is... Come on, it's so nice out. Stop being like this. I lowered the exponential very much. I also threw in just one throttle speed just so it's slow. So hopefully it just doesn't kick the tires, but see what it does. Gosh, just losing control like crazy, man. Every single run. Okay, this is it's beginning to be a real struggle right now. What I did was, obviously the body is destroyed. First off, it's not helping at all. The body is destroyed. The front suspension is way too loose, I think, but I took those collars out just to give it a little bit more. And I also stiffened the rear. So hopefully with that rear being a little more stiff, it's just gonna stay planted. I think the tune-up is fine. It's not very fast at all. Like, this should be running like a 2.8 right now kind of deal. The gearing, I'm not going to change. The final drive, not going to change. I also believe that this rear diff right now, with it being locked, is just not helping me in the slightest. I think if I had like a 500K, just so those tires could rotate when it gets squirrely, I think that would be way better. I don't have any 500K, so we kind of just have to go with what we got. But I think that diff being so tight and actually not giving any play, that's what's causing it to just veer off. Lock diff, I would not recommend doing. Not recommend it at all. But let's just try and get it down. At least one time getting it down today, I'd be happy with. Like that burnout, everything felt smooth. Everything was clean and smooth. Let's knock it down. See what this diff does again, but let's try and get it. You know what? It was better. It was definitely better. So I'm thinking that's on the to-do list. Just get rid of this lock diff. It's not working for me. But that was a better run. So now I'm not going to make any changes. I'm just going to see what it does. Little simple green on it. See what it does. I did actually change my steering, so hopefully it'll kind of hit left. But let's see. Nope, it went right. Let's just go down slowly and see what it does. Has a ton of left steer in it. Ton of left. Could have been from the crash though. Well, let's do it over and see if this will do anything again. Here it again, plant it. ESC, stop freaking out. See, I'm not doing anything and it's doing that. Let's just go. Okay. Something's wrong. Something's majorly wrong with this thing. Okay, well, I have to call it at this point. A bunch of problems, but I found out why it's just going left like crazy. It snapped an axle. I seen it through the body. The body is completely destroyed, so this year we're gonna have to do up another one. but completely snapped an axle, if you can see that. So that would explain why it's going to the left or to the right, whichever way it's going. So that sucks. I really wanted to get out, but the car just isn't ready. Needs a new ESC. It's nice to see that the battery is still holding like 2 internal resistance, 2 ohms per cell. So it's kind of up there now, but it's a year full of use, and what can you do? I have to get this rear diff out of the car. I think I'm going to go to 500 in the rear and just try and get some of that mobility out. It's going to be a lot softer on the axles as well. So that is a must on this car. Another must on this car is going to be the front mounting, and the front suspension needs thicker oil, I'm thinking. So with the front suspension being off, the ESC being blown or close to blown, the diff being way too solid, it needs work. But good thing it's the winter. I just wanted to get out and test it, but obviously the car needs way too much work to run right now. So let me know if you guys want another VXL system in this car, whether we do the VXL and the Spectra motor. I know that's a big thing at the moment. Or maybe we go up to like a Castle. Now the Outlaw car is coming. It's already shipping. That'll probably be the next video. But let me know what you guys think. Obviously it didn't go as planned, but hey, I got out. I know what I have to fix. I know what I have to order. Blah, blah, blah. I have time because this weather is not going to last. So if you like drag, if you like anything like this, make sure you subscribe, because like I said, the Outlaw car is coming, and this will be back. I just have to get some more fancy parts. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm out of here. I'm packing up. Make sure you're subscribed. We just hit 600, and I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, guys.